Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Underrail. Wir erkunden hier weiter Core City. Wir sind weiterhin stark überladen. Heidi! Können wir nichts klauen, aber hier können wir hinlaufen. Wir dürfen aber auch dort nicht rein. As you move closer to the woman who appears to be her late... Was? Sollte da nicht ein In stehen? Who appears to be her late 30s or early 40s, you notice she is holding a scalpel in front of her face. Studying it with great concentration, she turns it around and observes it from every angle, occasionally touching the blade with her thin fingers and smiling. You wait quietly, but you get no acknowledgement. It appears that this object mesmerizes her so much that she is unaware of you, even being there. Excuse me, are you the doctor? She snaps out of her focus state and turns to you. Her expression turns neutral, then she smiles. Soon after she gives you a response, carried by a rich, high-pitched voice. Why, yes I am. I have a coat that makes me a doctor, doesn't it? Does it not? Cackles. My name is Dr. Gratz. Now, allow me to diagnose your illness straight away. That's why you're here, right? Right? Perforated eardrum? Could you take a look at my injuries? Let's see now. She inspects you carefully. I can treat you with an invasive and excruciatingly painful procedure which will cost you 10 charons. And not a charon more. Not a charon more. I'm suddenly feeling really good, as a matter of fact. I think I'm the best shape of my life. Ah, yes. Yeah, many people suddenly recover just as I'm about to perform my invasive and excruciatingly painful procedure. Strange. I'd like to ask you some questions about the city. Ask away, she cackles. What can you tell me about the drop zone? She cackles. If you're really bent on going there, you better be careful. The zoners might seem poor, underearthed, and weak, and they mostly are, but one never knows what lurks in the drop zone, she cackles. What can you tell me about the arena? Oh, interested in arena, I see. No wonder so many visitors come to Core City only for arena. The thirst for blood feeds our economy, it does. Gladiators fight men and beasts for our entertainment, and we throw money for more. Well, I watch it for professional reasons. Gladiators find new ways to injure each other, to entertain the crowd, of course, and that rings true especially for psionics. Psionics, oh yes, they are capable of doing some horrible stuff to their less skilled and arguably less lucky adversaries. I study their techniques and attempt to develop new ways to treat such injuries, develop and apply. Now I know what you might be saying. What's the point of learning how to treat such injuries when the losers don't survive the meta at all? But remember, psionics are not only present in arena lunatics, they are spreading like a plague, and dare I say, derailed minds can come up with unimaginable and awful ways to hurt their victims. Yes, that is why I have to be vigilant. This is the new age of medicine. New age, she cackles. What can you tell me about the gauntlet? The oligarchs came up with a new sport, runner, she cackles. Runners run through dangerous rooms for our entertainment. Sometimes they die, but do you see people cry? They don't cry, they laugh and cheer, she cackles. What can you tell me about the gauntlet? No, what can you tell me about the oligarchy? No matter what you hear about them, I don't know what you heard about them, but whatever you hear about them, know one thing. Without them, Core City would have been deserted years ago, and with only perhaps gangs remaining. Arena brings the coin, Cortec employs great minds, Praetorian security disciplines, and JKK makes sure it all runs as it should, she cackles. What can you tell me about JKK? Ne, Cortec erstmal. Mortec, hey, I like that, she cackles. It describes them perfectly, but why haven't they named themselves like that? Why not? This needs to be investigated. What can you tell me about JKK? JKK was founded by Gunnar Edstrom. He's one of the oligarchs. He knows everything. They broadcast the arena throughout Underrail to quench the bloodthirst of those who can't study in it in prison. But prison wäre auch schön. But there's more to JKK, there's more, she cackles. Think, 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 think. What can you tell me about Praetorian security? My husband used to be one of the enforcers for them years ago. He was brave. He was brave. What can you tell me about hardcore city burn? Oh, that's a good question, a good one. Let's think about this together. Decompose the name hardcore. It is city. Well, it is in a city. Core city. Bar. So in conclusion, it is what it is. A hardcore city bar. She cackles. What can you tell me about the shortists? Scientists, not cultists. That's what I always say. They think, not just follow, but they do it in a unique way. I like them, but hey, some people don't. I need to work on that last rhyme, she cackles. Let's discuss something else. I say yes to that. I like to... Why do you think the Faceless invaded the city? The Faceless are invading? She cackles. I'm fooling around the Faceless. There's more to them than meets the eye. What exactly? I don't know. But do you see me worried about the invasion? No. My intuition tells me that the blockade will begin soon, allowing Arena to be the center of Core City bloodshed once more. I'm looking for Terry and Laura Baker. They are merchants from Southgate Station. Have you seen them, perhaps? I don't know. Anyone named like that? I'm sorry, but I really can't help you. Nope. I'm looking for the Acid Hunters. Who? The Acid Hunters, a band of scavengers. Who? Forget about it. I never heard of them. Never. Do you have anything to trade? Advanced Health Hypo. Focus Stim. Trance. Aha. Ja, also... Das hier können wir verticken. Trade. Dann gucken wir uns hier mal weiter um. Hardcore City Bar. Alphabet, das war doch der Trash-Typ, oder? Ja. Missionary. A man wearing concealing robes comes up to you. His garment seems spotless and well kept and exudes a pleasant smell. He then places his hand on his chest, making his long, clean nails visible, and after taking a small bow, starts speaking with a specific, balmy voice. Chart is evolution, traveler. I can see you are busy, so I won't take too much of your time. My brothers and sisters and I are members of Institute of Chart, an institution which studies and celebrates a magnificent being called Chart, as you may have already guessed. His voice reveals more and more excitement as he speaks further. Why is it magnificent, you wonder? Well, it is a primordial creature that has the ability to regenerate itself and adapt to new environments with each regenerative cycle, and can technically tailor itself to survive in any environment, potentially living forever. I know it sounds impossible to you, but it is true. At this very moment we are trying to utilize that remarkable ability, direct the human evolution to a point where we too can walk the surface and leave this constricting underground world. To quote our founder Aidin, we can and we must. I won't take even one more second of your time. If you find What I told you fascinating, which I hope you do, brother, you can seek Minister Percival on the upper level of Core City, just next to the JKK headquarters, and listen to his lecture on chartism. It explains our ideology in greater detail. Thank you, and chart guide you. Thank you for your information. I will talk to Mr. Percival when I'm able to. Chart is evolution. George. Erstmal mit Jack. I told you we'd meet again. Kordanor, you look well enough. Listen, I'd love to chat, but I'm waiting for someone important. Catch you later. Ach, das war der, für den ich was überbringen sollte. You come up to a short, stocky man looking at the table in front of him. The table is littered with numerous glasses, out of which only one is full. As he picks it up, your eyes become drawn to a sizable coal-black tattoo on his right arm. You stare at the ink. It depicts an intricate earth fissure, which starts from the elbow and moves down to his hand, with tiny angular cracks radiating from it in all directions. Upon looking more carefully, however, you realize that the center of the tattoo is actually a large scar, effectively making the tattoo its embellishment. Your curious stare provokes an indifferent one from him, as well as a couple of words expressed in a mildly annoyed manner. You need something bad. Who are you? Who are you? My name is Kordanor and I had some questions. Questions, a man gets tired of those after a while, especially if they are being asked by random strangers. Well, I told you my name, so I'm not a complete stranger. He chuckles. No, you said a name. I don't know if it's really yours, but you could be anyone for all I know. Still, can I just ask you a few questions? He inspects you for a few seconds too long. I'll bite. Ask your questions. Now whether you get an answer, that's a whole different matter. He returns to his drink. Who are you anyway? Why do you ask? You seem somewhat familiar. He answers without looking at you. From where? You ask a lot of questions, you know that? Well, but so do you. Now, what did you say about me being familiar? Forget about it, I had another question for you. Alright. What can you tell me about your tattooed scar? He takes a look at his scar, staring at it for a few moments, taking a sip of his drink in the process. The scar is from an accident. The tattoo is from a tattoo shop. Can you tell me a bit more about it? Nope. He takes off a sip of his drink. Why not? Why should I? Because I asked you nicely. Well, tough luck. Any more questions? Can you not call me Bud? A boot. He gives you an indifferent look. Alright, Bud, not a problem. Better? Who are you anyway? You seem somewhat familiar. Let's go. I got to go. Okay. Speichere ich mal. Jean. You walk toward the buff barkeeper, but somewhere along the way a mug flies before your eyes from left to right, and collides with some poor squeezer's head. The blow sends the fellow to the floor, face first, while everybody around him laughs at his misfortune, including the barkeeper. You finally approach him and he yells at you, as that seems to be the only way to be heard in this place. Welcome to Hardcore City Bar, the place where the most hardcore meets to have a drink. I haven't seen you before. I am Jean, the owner, and this here's my beautiful wife, Henriette. Name your poison, mate. I need some general directions. Absolutely, Core City is quite simple to understand, mate. You are currently on the middle level of Core City. You've got your merchants here, as well as arena, just west from the bar. The whole eastern area of this level is drop zone. Avoid it if possible. Above us is the residential area. There you'll find Cortec, Praetorian Security and JKK buildings, 3 major enterprises of Core City. Above that is the entrance, or exit, however you see it, to upper Underrail. Below is the lower level, which has the main entrance, and below that, docks. Sewer also, but you absolutely don't want to go there. Also, lower level can be accessed through the under passages but people rarely go there cause of the lurkers. You know about that. As I said, Core City is quite easy to navigate, mate. He laughs. We need some general directions. Nah. Okay. I'd like to ask about some people in Core City. Tell me the name and I'll deliver. Alphabet. Not him. Just not him. He's absolutely derailed. I mean, he comes from time to time here and puts some stinking animal hearts on the table. I tell him to get lost. He tells me, and you're not gonna believe this. He tells me, what the hell? Barkeepers are merchants. They should be able to buy what I offer them. Like, yeah, so how much will you give me for these hearts? Calm down, Gene. He hasn't shown up ever since you punched him in the nose. He laughs. He comes back sometimes, sits outside, gives me collywobbles when I see him. Mikola, young, he owns the merchant mechanic store near Harlem's Electronics. Owned the store. It's closed now. Poor guy. Got into some problems with, he whispers, the oligarchs. And his daughter started working for the JKK. Don't ask. He even got really ill. His car thing is so nasty, it makes you appreciate the tranquil sound of a train breaking. He got dominated by life. John the Beautiful. He's a nice kid, a bit odd with his foot for information policy, but it's been working out for him, which is hardcore. You can find him behind the bar most of the time. That's where he hangs out when he's not the most stall. And he's also very cute. What? So when I tell a girl she's got a nice patootie, you hit me on the head with a pan. But when you say someone's cute, it's okay? Shut up, sweetie. Sergio. Listen carefully. Sergio is your man if you want to, he whispers, get into motion. Gene, why are you whispering? Everyone you knows about. My dear love, that might be correct, but still. Just go see him, he winks. Oscar, the weapons store owner. Oscar is the most hardcore patron I've ever had. I love that man, absolutely the best. I never liked Oscar, he always seems so full of himself. He used to be a Praetorian enforcer, so what? But I still smile when he says hi. It's common courtesy. That's enough, love. I love you, but please. Risha, the general stores owner. No, that woman is gorgeous. She's funny, she's smart, she owns a successful store. What more can a man ask for? She's married, mate, just so you know. Indeed. Jean remains quiet. Dr. Heidi Graz. Glad you asked me, mate. I often get asked how come such a derailed person can be such a good doctor. I tell them this. She's the best doctor I've ever had the pleasure of being cut open by. Heidi has had a traumatic experience in the past as she had to do an emergency operation on her husband. He died on the table. Poor woman crossed the tracks. It's a tragedy. Harlem, the electronics merchant. He's a different person than the rest of us. I've never seen him at the bar. He doesn't like going to arena. He's an expert in what he does, but will be damned, mate. He's strange. I like him. He's quiet and intellectual. Those chartists also seem pretty intellectual, if you ask me. Don't let them hear you laugh. They'll come swarming in. They'll drive all the patrons away. Mo is a dear friend of ours. What can I say? He is one hard-working, honest and good-looking man. Some have also mentioned he and I look alike. Isn't that funny? We'll find him near the entrance to the city on the lower level. He's got a hardcore food stall there, just by the elevator. And the food is just absolutely splendid. Try out sometimes, mate. Just do it. He laughs. Who's the black guy with the fissure tattoo? The guy over there, that's George. At least that's how I heard some people call him. He's not talkative, fellow mate. He is one of the Underrail express train operators and is one of the frequent patrons. Just comes here, orders drinks, dominates a few bottles all by himself, then leaves. He also seems prone to fistfights. Really now, love, that only happened once, and he was provoked. Some pipe worker, a Zuna, completely unimportant, was bugging him about something. George got up and hit him right in the middle of his face, sending teeth all across the bar. One girl immediately yelled, "Hey, I wanted ice in my drink, not teeth." To which we all laughed. While the Zona was choking on one of his own. Well, I never wanted him to choke on it in my bar, so I threw him out. "You mess with my patrons, you better drop off, right, mate?" "Do you know anything about his tattooed scar?" "I've heard rumors, mate. Some say his father did it to him when he was young as a punishment. Others say he got it in a fight when he was protecting his brother from bandits. His brother got killed and George passed out from blood loss after killing every pipe worker there. He would have died if someone hadn't found him. That's what I've heard, but how true it is, I don't know. I'd like to ask about someone else." Let's discuss something else. "I need to talk to Gorski." He leans forward and speaks in a whisper. "Absolutely. Take this key here and use the back entrance. It's just around the corner around the corner to the north." He winks, then laughs and continues talking loudly. "That's a good joke. Very funny. How do you feel about the faceless invasion? If they do break into the city, I'll give them free drinks," he laughs. What Gene wanted to say is he'd start quaking before the faceless and try to bribe them with booze. Why laugh? Why? Sweetie, I'm joking. Hardcore men know how to take a joke. And cook, clean, tell their wives they love them from time to time and have the... She clears her throat. What can you tell me about your wife? Absolutely, she's gorgeous, wonderful, smart, funny. The bar would be so empty and lifeless without her, and that's enough, Gene. I can see your practice, and you haven't complimented a girl's patootie in days. I love you, she smiles. Dominating. I'm looking for the acid hunters. I know them. They are led by a man. Cornell, thanks, love. They come here from time to time, a bunch of scavengers. I don't think there's anything striking about them. I haven't seen them in a while. Who knows, maybe they're dead, he laughs. I'm looking for Terry and Laura Baker. They are merchants from Southgate Station. Have you seen them, perhaps? Absolutely. I know the two. They've visited the bar numerous times. The problem is I can't exactly remember when was the last time they were here. Around the time the big earthquake happened? Takes a moment to think. Yes, that's right. The earthquake stopped all Underrail express traffic and many were unable to leave the city. The bar was packed back then, but not that I'm complaining, mate. It was hardcore. Nevertheless, I remember being them at the bar during that time. He turns to Harriet, right, love? What? Oh, the Bakers. Yes, they were here at the time. There you go. Anything else you can tell me? Nope, that's pretty much all of it. Right, thanks for the info. I've got more questions for you if I may ask. He nods. Absolutely, mate. Let's see what you got. Der kauft Foodstuffs. Okay, brauchen wir nicht. Chup. I'm sorry, sweetie, I've got a lot of work to do. Talk to my husband if you need something. I heard you got that tattoo while defending your brother from bandits. He was about to take another sip from the glass when your words struck him like one of the trains he operates. He puts the glass down and turns to you. Who told you that? Gene, the barkeeper. Well, he was wrong. George goes for the glass, but freezes after a second. He remains like that for a few moments, then faces you again. He was wrong. It wasn't my brother, it was my son. I'm very sorry to hear that. I gain nothing out of you being sorry, so spare me. Can you tell me more about what happened? Look, you asked too many questions, but I don't know why I'm even freaking talking to you. Tell me what happened to your son. Sometimes talking helps. It won't help. I've talked to people before. It doesn't help. He continues after a pause. His name was Timothy. His mother died at birth, so I was all he had, and he was all I had. Until some freaking lowlife scumbags, some dirtbags broke into our house one day, many years ago. We didn't have anything valuable, and I told them that, but they weren't here for valuables, but for blood. Psychos, bastards. I tried to protect him. I failed. I squeezed the lives out of those rats as hard as I could, but for my boy it was too late. The grin on the man's face while he was killing my boy still haunts me. I see it even now. It's like he makes a lengthy pause before continuing. The scar on one of them slashed my arm. This scar, one of them slashed my arm with a knife. And the tattoo, I did that myself. My life was torn apart, so he abruptly stopped stalking and finishes his drink. I understand it is a terrible loss, and it saddens me to hear stories like this, but you have to be strong, help others, help yourself, don't drown your life in liquor. So you get yourself wasted every chance you get? Is that the man your son would have wanted you to become? Your son died, yet you are still alive. Maybe you were more concerned whether you were going to survive, not little Tim. I understand this is terrible, but before you even get the chance to speak your thoughts, George angrily interrupts you. Whatever you're gonna say, I don't care, it's meaningless. All this was meaningless. Now, you can politely drop off. And if you ask me about my son's scar tattoo or anything like that again, I'm gonna smash your freaking windpipe. You dig that, bud? He signals the bartender for another drink, then turns to you. Get it? Alright. Gotta go. Was haben wir denn hier noch? Kamina. Shelves. City plans. Grabsch. Alles zu. Dann gehen wir wieder runter. Arena. Ich glaube, ich meine, wir sind jetzt bei den Stores soweit durch. Ich werde erstmal wieder zum Eingang latschen und ein paar Sachen loswerden, damit wir hier wieder gescheit rumlaufen können. Ein bisschen schwer geworden alles. Vielleicht können wir die nochmal auf das ansprechen, was wir gehört haben. Ja. Hier gab es auch noch zwei Richtungen. Ich glaube, aus Süden kamen wir. Ja, das Ganze ist schon extrem groß. Gauntlet. Weiß jetzt gar nicht, ob das der richtige Weg war. Ja. Er wird jedes Mal wieder undurchgesucht. So, dann legen wir da mal wieder Krams rein. So. Die Messer kann ich gerade noch zerlegen. Recycle. $101. Die wiegen dann 5. Braucht außerdem 75, um das zu zerlegen. Das wiegt 3. Naja, okay. Dann zerlegen wir die erstmal nicht. Ja. Das kommt noch rein. So. Hexor MK2, das haben wir auch schon mal. Das kann ich eigentlich bei dem Elektrotypen verkaufen. Das will er wahrscheinlich sogar haben. Wieder gut Platz. Junge, Junge, die Stadt ist verdammt groß. Gehen wir mal da lang. Ich glaube, da war ich vorher. Da waren diese Banditentypen. Hier bin ich auch mal gewesen. Da bin ich dann nach rechts gelatscht. Genau. Da hier glaube ich auch noch nicht alles durch. Ne, ich gehe jetzt erstmal hier hoch. Und dann haben wir immer noch 2 Ebenen da drüber. Und den Rest von diesen Slums. Und hier gibt es auch noch eine Ecke zu erkunden. Gangster. Old Gangster. Gangster. Mhm. Aha, interessant. Schreibe ich mir auch mal auf. To do. Faceless. Okay. Die Merchant Level nach Elevator links. Gangsters. Na gut, die werden wir später umrußen müssen. Dann verkaufe ich hier das Hexor-Dingen, wenn es geht. Okay, ne. About the city. You do sell some powerful weapons for someone who seems to dislike violence. Yes, guns an instrument of murder, but the world is a dangerous place, and whoever denies that will likely die because of it. I sell a small number of them, and I hope they will be used for self-defense, even though they are likely not. Yes, but energy weapons? You can't convince me you'll sell those for self-defense. And I won't, because don't have to justify myself to you. Disrespect me like that one more time and you will not be welcome in the store anymore. Electronic device. Ja, hier, Hacker-Dings. So, gut genug. Gut. Was habe ich mir denn hier aufgeschrieben? Waffenhändler oder Cybertyp nach Dialogoption checken. Das habe ich ja schon gemacht. Okay. Gehen wir mal da lang. Oder ich gehe erstmal in die Arena. Wahrscheinlich kann man da selber dann kämpfen. Office. The faceless are creatures twisted by their addiction to technology. Their doom is imminent. Ticket vendor. Barbar. The man separates his stare from the papers on the desk and looks up. Instantly, he points his crooked index finger at you. Listen, man, I've already told you your son never Oh, good day, sir. You good day. I apologize for raising my voice. I thought you were someone else. Some stupid codger has been bugging me all day about... Well, never mind. So how may I help you? What can you tell me about the arena? The answer is simple. The arena is a place where only the most daring man and woman come to meet each other, as well as terrifying, deadly beasts. In brutal combat, all matches are fought till death, and many do not survive even their first one. But if you are able to live and dominate the opposition, then good coin awaits you. And who knows, maybe one day you will get to become a famous gladiator. Interested in applying, sir? Sounds tempting. Where do I apply? Excellent. There's courage within you after all, sir. He points to the door next to him. Take this door, go all the way down and speak to a man called Lannister. He'll tell you everything you need to know. Will do. If you'd excuse me, I have some important work to do. Praetorian security headquarters located on the upper level of Coast City. Stop cutting in the line. Please wait for your turn, sir. For arena. Ja, halbtot macht das natürlich besonders viel Sinn. Aber wer weiß, vielleicht gibt es am Anfang nur Ratten oder sowas. Challenger, Gladiator, Gladiator, Challenger. Lannister, Philibert. Do you have any spare kidneys I could borrow? Did I say borrow? Laughs. I meant forcefully remove. Injured man. Ouch! Stop poking me! Arena now. Broadcasting schedule. Lockpick. Ups, da wollte ich nicht. Locker. Boise. Imagine a match between some free drones and Protectorate soldiers. That would dominate. Your approach transforms the man's sharply lined face into one dull expression, further empathized by a drawn-out sigh that follows it. The big fellow lazily rises from behind his desk and greets you with a level of enthusiasm already implied by the first few seconds of your encounter. Even his initial words, which come after the scratches his beard for 2 seconds, after he scratches his beard for 2 seconds, sound like they have just woken up and stumbling on their way out. However, already the second sentence gets carried by a fully projected and articulate voice, fitting for a man of his stature. Here comes another one. Hey there, welcome to Arena. Are you lost or are you here to fight? I came here to fight! He nods. Good, good, good. I'm Cynthia Lannister and I'm in charge of recruiting fighters and organizing matches. Your name is? Kordanor. Good, now, I do know, he scratches his head. Unless you've been living in deep caverns or something like that, you should be familiar with how Arena works, right? Some explaining wouldn't hurt. He sighs. It's simple. Once you apply to become a challenger, you go in and fight either until you drop dead or dominate your opponent. Crowd might decide your fate if you surrender or somehow can't finish the fight. But most of the time they want you dead, yep. At first you'll be fighting various beasts, and then, if you survive through that, you get to fight other challengers. Next, once the fight is over, you come to me and receive your reward. Now, if the crowd likes you and you manage to survive a couple of matches, you could earn some pretty good money out of this. But most folks who come here don't. Is that it, or do you want to know more? I want to know more. He sighs even harder than before. Please try to survive for at least a few matches so that this doesn't feel like a complete waste of my time. Anyway, if you can make it to prime time, you get to fight gladiators. If you kill a gladiator, you become one. Now, that's no easy task. You gotta be good, you gotta be hardcore. And the crowd has to be entertained by your fighting skills. Still, if you manage it, do know, more coin for you. But also more difficult matches await you. The highest title you can get is Invictus, but that's really far off. And then, that covers the basics. If you understood all that, just sign here. He hands you a piece of paper. If you don't know how to write your whole name, just write X. What am I signing? He sighs. It reads here, you apply to fight an arena for your own accord, and that week, or City Arena are not responsible for any injuries or death. And some other unimportant stuff. Sign with Kordanor. So you know how to write your name after all. Congratulations, you are now a challenger. Ready for your first fight? I would like to apply for the Gauntlet. What can you tell me about the doctor over there? Filbert? Well, I don't know. Let's see. He's our mortician physician, which means he takes care of the living as well as the dead. We had some half-wit called, what was it? Fixer, yeah, junkyard, I believe. Had a wild stare. He used to work here a couple of years ago. The idiot used to throw folks who were still alive down the chute while laughing maniacally. So we kicked that pipe worker out and got Doc Filbert, who does a very good job, and does it with such passion. What can you tell me about... I'd like to ask you some questions about Arena. He sighs, sure, go ahead, do know what do you want to know. Can you tell me the basics about fighting Arena? It's simple, you go in there and engage in a fight till death. Some challengers and gladiators fight beasts, some fight between themselves. If a challenger defeats a gladiator, he or she earns the title of a gladiator. Nearly all gladiators come up with cool names, because, I don't know, people loved seeing mad butchers and death hammers crushing each other's skulls. If one is really good, he or she can confront the current Invictus, which is the highest title one can have in Arena, and take title after Invictus' dead corpse hits the ground. There can only be one Invictus after all, he grins. However, whoever becomes the Invictus, he or she wins at life, literally. You know what I'm talking about. Fame, money, whatever you may desire. How did Arena come to be? Well, I don't know. Some 10 or so years ago, this place was in ruin, you know. After the demise of Biocorp, people were fighting, dominating each other all over the city. Hardcore carnage. But after things started to settle down and security forces began to regain control over the streets, on this very spot, where we're standing right now, people again started having skirmishes and slayed each other for, I don't know, various reasons. There was no arena building back then, just hardcore ruins. People gathered to watch those and even cheered for their favorites. So, if you guessed it, someone had an idea to make it commercial and earn some good coin off it. And the idea was this: everyone can settle their differences in battle, and if you want to watch it, pay up. And people wanted to see blood so much that it was an instant hit. The man responsible for that was Archibald Knight, the majority owner of Arena, chief of Praetorian security and one of the oligarchs. Yeah, many years after its conception, and with the assistance of Cortec and JKK, Arena has been modernized, broadcasted throughout Underrail, and currently brings in so much charons into this city to make you rich for a lifetime. And just recently, less than a year ago, the Gauntlet was built, and the people loved it instantly. That's it, short story of our Arena. He laughs. What happens if I defeat everyone? Well, you can't defeat everyone. There will always be new beasts, challengers and gladiators dominating each other in Arena. That's just the way it is, and no one is complaining. He laughs. When do I get to become gladiator? You have to kill a gladiator to become one. Simple. What can you tell me about the Gauntlet? The Gauntlet was built, I don't know, less than a year ago. 10 months maybe. The oligarchy needed something fresh, something exciting, and so they come up with something. With the help of Cortec, they've devised a huge and complex elevator system which transports Gauntlet runners to randomly chosen rooms, each which contains various challenges for them to complete. Just like in Arena, it's all till death. Only the runner that completes the gauntlet first gets to live. I mean, who would want to have it other way, eh? Let's discuss something else. See you later. Okay. Save for Arena. I would like to apply for the gauntlet. Hold on, half-wit. You can't just apply it to the gauntlet. It's not like an arena where anyone can just, I don't know, go in there and fight and probably die. Gauntlet is very challenging. Only those who have already proven themselves to be hardcore enough can become runners. And you haven't yet. I'm ready for my first match. Good, you'll be fighting some red hounds with two other poor challengers. Two other challengers. Yes, let's get you going. Start the match. And we are back. And all you bloodthirsty maniacs are about to witness another beautiful bloodshed. Today we'll enjoy a fight between these three challengers and a pack of hungry rat hounds. Give us Bloodbath. Was hat denn der in der Hand? Panzerfaust? Ancient Rat Hound. Alter Falter, der schießt so oft. Knee Wounds. Und dann ziehen wir uns mal leicht zurück. Ah, okay, ist ein fetter Hammer, den er da hat. Vermin! You suck! Oh oh. Okay, der will das große Vieh töten. Fatigue. Oh. Naja, aber der geht jetzt drauf. Batsch. I won't stop bleeding. Batsch. Ja, und damit ist das meiste auch schon tot. Batsch. Beautiful carnage! As soon as we clean the mess, we'll be moving on with the next event. Thank you. Good, good, good. You survived. You're not such an half-wit after all. Here's your reward. Gives you 50 Stygian coins. Only 50? Wait, what more do you want? This was your first match. The more matches you survive, the better the payment. Ready for more? See you later. Das schreibe ich mir auch gerade noch auf. Arena Match against Reds. Doch, machen wir den zweiten auch noch gerade. Oder starten den zumindest, um zu gucken, was da drin ist. Was da kommt. I'm ready. Oder Moment, vielleicht kann der Doktor jetzt heilen. Nö. I'm ready for the next match. Do you like Psy Beetles? Actually, I don't care. You're fighting them anyway. Start the match. We're back again. I'm sure you can't wait to see the next Slaughterfest. No, did someone say bugs? Because that's what our challengers have on the menu today. Or is it the other way around? Ha 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 ha. Give us a bloodbath. Mhm. So. Dann gehen wir mal ein bisschen dahinter. Aber wenn ich die beiden wieder tanken lasse, sollte das wohl auch kein Ding sein. Besonders viel aushalten tun die ja nicht. Wobei es auch sein kann, dass die meine Begleiter sehr schnell hops sind. Die haben sich selber angezündet. Doppelgänger. Der Hass hat gesessen. Stop, run, stop, run! Na, diese beiden Typen werden nicht jetzt wahrscheinlich angreifen, die Doppelgänger. Ne. Ja, der Typ ist auch geröstet und jetzt kann ich ihn noch sterben. Na gut, dann mache ich hier einen Schnitt. Und dann schauen wir beim nächsten Mal weiter. Bis dann!